So it's Monday the 13th, 64 degrees. We're at where else? Bakersfield. I did get history on this park, and it was an airport like I knew, established in 1917, and it went until the mid 60s, I think. It had actually two runways, one really long and one short. They had one accident here in the time that they operated that resulted in a death. The plane taking off didn't clear the end of the runway, so beyond that I don't know what it was, but they had a lot of planes here, a lot of outbuildings to store them in, and I really don't know why it ceased operation. You have St. Clair International, and the only thing that designates an international airport is if they fly from that airport into another country. So being that Canada's right across the river, they fly into Canada. And it's a small runway, or a small airport. Angel got to mark her territory. But aside from that, you know, it's about 12 miles from here. And that's where they set up the FEMA headquarters, the DHS headquarters, because FEMA is part of DHS. And they've been trying to get me now to get into their version of FEMA. And I'm like, no, I'm retired. I do radios when I want to do them. I don't want to work any disasters. Now, if you have a RACES, stands for Radio Amateur Civil Emergency Service, then I'll be more than happy to work with them. But they've taken RACES and ARES, which is Amateur Radio Emergency Services, and combined them. And then in order to join or work with the organization, you have to go through a lot of government red tape. You got to take online classes. And I know the classes, I've taken them before. It's just basically chain of command, hierarchy of communications and stuff like that. So I'm not going to sit around on my computer and take tests. I took the Skywarn class again, which was a joke because I'd already taken the Skywarn advanced class. The Skywarn basic was nothing. And here they just want you to report if, oh, I have hail. What size is it? Or, oh, I see a funnel cloud. Where is it at? Unlike back in the 70s where we used to actually follow them, as long as they didn't touch ground, here they just want you to report them. But as you can see, lush green. Angel's doing a little grazing. I'll get on my political podium for a minute. The bipartisan gun bill that came out of committee, although there's no ban on assault weapons or 9mm like Biden wanted and 30-round mags, it's really not going to do nothing. I watched a little bit of Bernie Sanders saying, well, you know, if you're suicidal, you could just walk into a gun store and buy a gun. Well, yeah, I can be totally normal and then decide I'm suicidal. I can go in and buy a gun. Nothing that is in this bill would prevent me from doing it. It's pointless. It serves no purpose. Now, the mental health part, and I think that's why there's nothing in there about guns. I mean, they have enhanced background checks for 18 to 21-year-olds. Really don't know how you're going to do an advanced background check other than go through their social media. You may put a waiting period on purchasing a gun for them. I'm sure it'll end up in court, however, because they'll say that they're being discriminated against because of their age, and most likely lose. But so that's my rant. But they just cut the grass out here, so everything, is lush green. We do have some boaters out. One guy just came in with his kayak. The tennis courts are open. You won't see me there, but I'll let you see a picture of him. I had to go up on the, not on the roof, but I had to get up in the gutters because it was raining yesterday morning and the water was going right over the leaf filter screens and onto the ground, and that's not what they're supposed to do. They say they've been tested and tried and true and everything works and blah blah blah, but I got up there and the pollen from the trees were actually plugging up the screen, so I had to get up there with a scrub brush and lightly scrub it out and then rinse it down just on one side of the house. But then I got the leaf blower with my extension and I went around and blew off the little helicopters from the maple trees. Don't have that problem in California. I don't know if I went with the other gutter system, supposedly it hangs over the gutters a little bit, at the exterior, and then it curves back in, and the theory is that the water will follow the curve and go into the gutters, and anything in the water will fall off and under the ground. But I can't see that happening either. I could see like these little helicopters, the lighter ones, following the water right into the gutters. So, but like I said, beautiful day today. Jean went to physical therapy for her plantar fasciitis. Then we went out to have her diamonds checked, and they didn't have one in the system, so I had to, they cleaned them and checked them and took a picture of them, and then I came back home and gave them the date of purchase and the receipt number, and voila, they found it. They couldn't find it by my name. They couldn't find it by Jean's name. The receipt said my last name, then my first name, and they tried running it that way. I said, what's the matter? It just should find, if you type in my name, either way, you should find it. She goes, well, it's not the way the system works, but couldn't find it that way. I gave them the store number, order number, and it popped up. So they put it in, they call it the bucket. So they put it in Jean's bucket. So she has her 2 diamond necklaces, her diamond earrings, and her diamond ring in there. So we missed the check by a month, but they said you don't have to be perfect. We explained to him Jean was in the hospital, I've been in the hospital, so they were nice. K Jewelers in Fort Gratiot, if you're out this way, stop by and say hi to Connie and Missy. Okay, I'm going to end this. We're at 9 minutes, so you guys have a nice day. I'll say hi to Kay. I'll say hi to Kathy. If Gary's awake, I'll say hi to Gary. The chickadees are still doing fine. Haven't heard a peep out of them, but like I said, it's probably a defense mechanism, because one bird did try to get in there the other day, but they were too big. Okay, you guys have a nice day.